Yo, tits up, Shades here. You know you can interact with BACC Talk. You can email us at backtalkus@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook. The official page is BACC Talk. And the fan group is the Backpack fan page. Also tweet at us at BACC Talk. Now enjoy the show, asshole.
And now, get ready for some idiots talking about shit. Here is Justin, Tony, Destin, Andy. It's BACC Talk.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of BACC Talk. I'm Andy. I'm here with Dustin, Justin, and Tony. We're going to jump right into it right now because I'm fucking fired up today. I got this with me, and this was going to be something for somebody else, but man, I'm fucking tired of people not doing their fucking jobs. Just do your fucking job. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what you say you're going to do. If you don't, just get out of the fucking way. Anyway, let's get this thing started. Tits up, everybody. I got a good one today. It's called Oyster. It's made by Oyster City, which is in Florida. Hooter Brown. All right. So let's get this thing rolling. See how everybody's doing. See who needs to maybe take a look at my wood here. Let's start off with Justin, because honestly, Justin, I brought this thing for you.
Nice.
Honestly, okay. What does anybody know what this thing is called? Just so you know.
Louisville Slugger.
For the non-YouTube people, which you should be watching this on YouTube, he's holding what looks like a black bat.
Yeah, some people will call it a baseball bat.
Oh yeah.
This is my ramrod.
Oh.
Car ramrod.
Got some splinters in my ass last week.
Yeah. It just came out of Tony's ass and is getting ready to no lube Justin up the rear end here.
Wait, just for my own safety, depending on what might or might not occur after this point, do you like clean it between, or is that just part of like the torture?
It's part of it, man.
Oh man.
Everybody's
Right.
going to get a little piece of everybody here. When I keep sticking this ramrod up everyone's ass. First, Justin, tell me how your week was, and then we'll talk about how your weekend was.
Okay, my week was lackluster. I painted and had some gigs that I was gonna do a reels from, but I'm stupid and I couldn't figure it out. And
You can't figure out a reel?
This whatever you guys want to post on there, like he did with the skeleton thing, which I loved. Yeah, I tried to do something like that, and by the time I figured out how to do it from where I was gonna do it, they were like, "Dude, you gotta play." And I'm like, I had it planned, so I was like, "Yo, guys, I'm about to go ahead and do this gig. It's the second gig today." And then, like, as I was figuring out, they're like, "You gotta come in. You can't fuck with that shit." I was like, "Oh man." Anyway,
Did you
that's
tell
not my
them
week.
that the podcast is more important than their 12 people without teeth?
Wow. No, I was like really trying to get into it, and then it was just like too much going on, so I just basically was like, maybe I'll do it afterwards. And then I got a migraine afterwards, and then, anyway, that's how my week went. So
So,
that was fun. I will do one for tomorrow. I will do one tomorrow because I figured out how to do it.
okay. But quick question before we get into the rest of it. Do you hate kickers?
Is that like an appetizer?
Like football kickers? Do you just hate them?
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a new kind of popper. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I picked a kicker. Why? What's going on with kickers?
Yes, he picked a kicker, and he was injured and didn't play, and you left him in your lineup.
Oh, see, I don't even know.
So,
I don't
Oh,
even know.
that was from Thursday night. That's why.
yeah, from Thursday night, you had a kicker that didn't even play, so he got you 0 points.
They play on Thursdays too, just so you know.
How many points do kickers average for the team?
10.
I think mine got about
shit.
10, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so
Yep,
it's 10
you
points
did.
good ahead. I did go in there and try to fuck with it, but I guess I did it like because you put out that post like, hey, just reminding you guys, but Justin, you can play with injured players. It's fine with me. So that's at that point where I went into the app and like the very second thing I did was that, which was see who was playing or whatever. I didn't even ask anybody this time. Like who's not playing? Like who are these fucking people? I kind of figured it out. I thought I had everybody out and everybody in, but apparently I didn't have a kicker. I only have one kicker, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I took them out,
And they're a dime a dozen, so yours was injured. You should have dropped them and got a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's stuff I have yet to figure out. So.
So you lost about 10 points there.
Damn.
Going into tonight, the Monday night game. Our week is not over. If you haven't figured it out, I'm playing Justin this week.
Cool.
But going into tonight, you are actually beating me by 1 point.
Wow.
With your quarterback yet to play.
Yeah. And who has left to play for you? Is this your last
I have
game?
2 wide receivers to play tonight. The top wide receiver in the league in Justin Jefferson. And the other wide receiver, your quarterback can't throw it to him. Because every time he throws it to him, I get points.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're going to come out on top, but,
I'm projected to beat you by 30 points.
That's cool. Love those projections.
So you get the Ramrod of the week.
Ramrod of the week. Okay.
So you get. There was some other Ramrods this week in the fantasy football. I know. How'd yours go?
Pretty bad. I'm about to shake everything up and just start dropping everybody and picking up whoever I can to see if they can do something else because, yeah. 2 weeks in a row, I'm lost. I'm 0 for 2, so...
You got a pretty bad Ramrod this week, too, didn't you?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was a little tiny mouse penis, so didn't hurt that bad.
You got fucking beat by Brad, dude.
I did.
Technically, you had nothing up your ass because no cock beat you.
That's right.
By the way, real quick, I'm going to be nicer. If I end up beating somebody, this is what I'll use. It's going to be a little nicer.
Well, I guess I get that then.
Dustin.
Drumstick. Now
Dustin,
listen.
how did your week go?
Well, good. I'm beating Blair pretty big, but he had the same problem Justin did, starting players that are
Yeah,
hurt.
what is it with these freaking people that start injured players? And this wasn't even a kicker. He started a wide receiver that was injured.
A wide receiver, yeah.
Does this guy have more of an excuse than me? Like in terms of knowing better?
No, I just figured it was since you and Blair are so tight. I figured it was just a thing you guys came up with that you were going to start injured players.
Yeah, we're the Bobsy twins in that way. We come up with things. Let's both do it.
But my wife laid the smack it down on Team Boyd.
Well, that's
pretty bad.
Thing. I now have to ask because your wife violated Sergeant Hot Pocket pretty bad.
Yes.
Does your wife have that big of a strap-on in the house?
If she does, it's not in my mind. I don't see it ever, but you never know with her.
I mean,
But no, I mean she's actually experienced the fantasy football. She's played it for years, so she enjoys it. And she actually didn't even look at her scores the whole day until the afternoon. She goes, or until that last night, and I'm like, you should really look at your score. Why is Boyd beating me? I'm like, no. She was pretty excited to see it, but
she violated him. I mean, this wasn't just a ramrod. She violated him.
But I think Boyd also had a player that was out, and Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
That's a frustration to me.
He had one player that was out, and then also one player that got no points.
Yeah.
So Justin would have violated him without having his kicker. So
if Boyd and Tony played each other, it would have been a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, the shits versus the shits.
Yeah.
You're working on that horse's ass trophy pretty well there, Tony.
I know.
I do like it, although I kept you in check this week because I am fairly certain, and so is ESPN with a 98% they're giving me to win. That I kept you in check with Justin only being a game behind.
I remember at the draft he was so excited to get all those Cincinnati players. I don't think they're panning out for him too well.
How's that going? And you lost to wait. So, Cincinnati's so great. They were in the Super Bowl last year. You lost to Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowgirls.
But that doesn't sound good for the Vikings though either. That's kind of the same thing that he did to the Vikings too. So
this year that didn't happen.
No, last year.
But the only game he played last year, he went up to Minnesota and tore them up for over 300 plus. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott right now.
Defending AFC champions, we were not defending any type of championship.
Yeah. Cincinnati, we're used to it.
Yeah, used to sucking assholes. So, Tony, how was the rest of your week other than getting out there and stroking off a fucking skeleton?
It was all right. Didn't really do too much. Sat around yesterday, watched the Jags whip on the Colts, and then Dallas tearing up my Bengals. So yeah, that was about it. And have you seen the reel? Yep, I got the skeleton up finally. So he is out there and ready to go.
How do you think the skeleton would feel about my ramrod?
He's pretty big. I think he can take it.
Yeah, I don't think he'd feel it.
You might need to get a bigger one.
Oh, shit. Well, Tony, I'll be over with a bigger one, and you've already taken the other one. You might as well take the bigger one too.
Just get kinky and put it between the ribs.
Yeah.
You didn't really talk about your no fun whipping butt either.
No, she who did she play?
Paul Vosberg.
Oh,
but
Paul.
then again, another player that was injured and didn't play.
Firefighter Paul. So if everybody just wants to lose and not fucking start their, not have a full team, that's fine. I'll take the golden
Andy
tits
is
at
fine
the
with
end of
that,
the year.
yeah.
I'll take the golden tits at the end of the year. Not that I need you to not play your people because I'm still
Right,
gonna
you'll still
ramrod
win.
you,
Yeah, you'll
but,
still dominate.
It's
Yeah, we're just making it
probably,
too easy for you, dude.
Probably a good idea to make sure you and look at Tony. He's getting his ass ramrodded, and he is having a healthy team in. So I bet you got probably beat by teams that didn't have a healthy team.
No problem. Like I said, it's overhaul time, so get rid of everybody.
I think so. There's not a whole lot out there, but just know that when it comes to the waiver wire, you get one pick and then fall to the bottom.
All right.
So Monday, or Tuesday morning, when everybody's on the waiver wire trying to pick somebody up, don't be dropping your whole team. You'll end up with 11 kickers that are hurt.
Justin will make a trade with you then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Once I figure that out.
Yeah, maybe you could trade for Justin's kicker.
Yeah. What's his name again? Bucker?
Yeah, you got Butker. Butkin?
I got butt fuckered on that one. I picked him for his name, and he did not let me down in that department.
He didn't kick.
In the second week, he's let you down already. Jeez.
Yeah, but he didn't let me down with his name because I got butt fuckered out of it after he got hurt on the second week. Before the second week.
Dustin, what else is going on with you?
Me?
Other than your good week in the fantasy land.
I had a good week of fantasy football. I'm in like 4 different leagues, so I think I won 3 out of 4, so that ain't too bad. Other than that, didn't do much this week. We're preparing for our Minnesota Dirt Nationals for our racetrack coming up in a couple weeks here, so working a lot on the track, trying to get stuff ready, trying to figure out camping spots for people to come and camp in. So that's always fun. Other than that, just work and staring at Tony's pussy.
Yeah, Tony, put your pussy away, would you? Like,
What's your
on,
cat's
dude.
name?
What's your pussy's name?
Dilly.
Silly? Silly pussy?
Dilly. Oh,
Dilly.
Dilly.
Like dill pickle.
Like Dilly
What's
Dilly?
the Dilly?
Dilly Dilly?
The Philly
Remember
Dilly,
that
yeah.
fucking
What's the
commercial?
Philly Dilly? Yeah.
Remember the fucking Dilly Dilly commercials? Those are the fucking best. Oh my god.
Or the worst, depending on who you ask.
Oh, I fucking love those commercials. That was like the greatest thing ever. What'd you think of them, Dustin? Did you like Dilly Dilly?
Dilly dilly.
Dilly Dilly.
What's up?
Yeah, I like that more. I definitely like What's Up more than Dilly Dilly.
Well,
That's
you
probably
remember-
by far my favorite Super Bowl ad was the Alien What's Up one back in the 90s.
What's Up?
And that dog comes back to their alien planet. What'd you learn on Earth? What's up?
The best commercials, if you seriously think about it, the things that people remember in commercials from years past, they're always, 90% of the time, they're beer commercials.
Yep.
And it's, you don't remember all of it, but you remember part of it. So you had the Dilly Dilly, you had the What's Up, you had the frogs.
Bud.
Why?
What was
You remember,
what was
you
What's
remember
Up?
the penguin? Doobie
Penguin.
doobie doo.
Oh, yeah.
What? Wait. Okay, what was the penguin for, and what was What's Up for?
Penguin was Bud Light, I think.
And What's Up was Budweiser.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Anheuser's got it nailed down for ads, I guess.
Yeah, and then when they want to go classy, they bring out the Clydesdales.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
they
what I
still
was
got the
going to go to
Clydesdales.
next.
Yeah, there's Clydesdales in slow motion when they want to sell Christmas beer.
Yeah, exactly. You got that. It's like the heart-pulling Clydesdales, right? Pull at the heartstrings, drink our beer. Like
It's just like fucking Pepsi, you know?
oh, with the
polar bears.
pandas or the polar bears. Yeah, the polar bears.
Yeah.
So that's Coke. Coke is
Yep.
polar bears.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Pepsi in China is the pandas.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I never been there.
You know,
Probably
there's
panda
been
bears.
there's been some good Doritos commercials too.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I don't remember them. Like I don't remember a lot of them, so they must not have been that good where they stuck out.
I remember the main one I remember is when they're in the delivery room and he's got Doritos and the baby's like reaching through like the ultrasound, and then she like throws a chip or whatever and the baby comes flying out. I do remember that one.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What?
I don't. There's been some awesome commercials, but you know, some of them you start thinking about like Super Bowl commercials. A lot of these will air originally on the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
But then some of them, they spend all this money on airing this commercial and filming this commercial, and then they hardly ever show that one anymore.
Yeah. Or
Yep.
or they'll edit it.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, they'll
after
edit
the
it
Super
down.
Bowl.
Yeah.
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 I that's another caveat to commercials. I love, like, as an editor, I love seeing where they edited it down, you know. And Andy, you edit a little bit, so you must like kind of have a knack to notice these things. But yeah, I like when you see the second version of the commercial when they have 15 seconds instead of 30. You're like, interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot different commercial, a lot less like impact, I think, when you know the original, right? But over the years, there's been some like we can make this a topic if you want because it's a fantastic
yeah.
topic to talk about. Like, there's one out there, and if I get time, I will edit it into this. I'll put the video on. But you guys remember the Kmart commercial about layaway? Or no, about shipping.
Oh yeah, ship my pants and all that.
Yeah. I just shipped my pants. I just shipped my drawers. I just shipped my panties.
How'd they let that one through? Jesus.
I don't know. Like, it's... But that's back in the day. When, like, of course, it'll get canceled now, right? But, like, you remember all the GoDaddy commercials was, like, all about... Like, it had... If you didn't know GoDaddy was selling websites... And like,
right.
It didn't matter. You still remembered.
Yeah, hosting services.
You still remember
the
big booby girl.
Yeah, it's just a fucking sex appeal. Like,
who was the woman that hooked up with the nerd in the one famous ad? There was like they got some nerd and he's hooking up with like this big titted like person of interest. I don't remember who it is, but you know she was in the limelight for a while.
I don't know. I know Danica Patrick was in a lot of them.
Yeah, Danica was in a lot of them.
But like, yeah, they'd be like, get a GoDaddy web ad and whatever, and then like there was this like real famous like these two guys were like hooking up, and it was this nerd and this like supermodel.
So they always had the ones that was to be continued, and you had to go to their website to watch the conclusion, which was a good way to drive traffic, and now people can see what you're doing. But did anyone actually go and look at the end of the commercial?
I don't think I even know if I remember what you're talking about.
I know. I remember what he's talking about. I don't know. There people did, but I know I never did.
Yeah, I didn't either. God, Tony's pussy is hogging the camera.
I didn't know Tony got so much hair
On his pussy.
Wow. Well, Tony disappeared.
The cat came up and said, "Dilly, dilly."
Yeah. What are some other ones you remember? Because again, for me, it's always the beer commercials because they always just stick out. And if you remember, like beer, the Budweiser back in the day used to have commercial spots throughout the whole Super Bowl, and it would be the Bud Bowl. You remember that?
Oh my God! Yeah, the little bottles
versus Bud Light.
Yeah.
Every commercial spot was like a new part of the game.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. And then, you start thinking about other stuff with Super Bowl. There's over the years, there's been other themes. Like MTV used to do it a lot with like the halftime show. If you didn't want to watch the halftime show of the Super Bowl, like MTV would have a halftime show. I remember once was like a celebrity death match.
Right. Yeah.
I think did WWE do a halftime match or something?
Probably back in the day. Yeah, I don't remember it, but I think they did. They might have just did like a half an hour show or whatever. Not sure.
Celebrity death matches were cool though. I remember those. They definitely aired like during a Super Bowl at one point. I remember. Back when you used to watch MTV.
The celebrity death match, and those were funny as hell. Like I wish they'd bring that back, but of course you can't.
That's what I feel like they're doing in real life. Like when I see somebody like Logan Paul boxing, like I'm like, this should just be claymation, celebrity death match. Like, why is this dude? Why do I have to keep seeing this dude pop up in places? Just be on your shit YouTube, fuck, and stay out of my fucking face.
Yeah, isn't he now? He's like gonna do a UFC fight.
Mm-hmm. One of you guys shared it on there. He's like fighting somebody real, and I'm like, will this guy go the fuck away?
Oh no, he's
that's
gonna be in the
that's
main
WWE.
event in wrestling.
That crown jewel.
Yeah, against Roman Reigns, which is absolutely garbage too. But this has me thinking. Okay, we all know about wrestling. It's a show. There's a predicted outcome. There's a partially scripted matches, right? It's a show. with him doing boxing, with him now doing an MMA fight, this guy doesn't, I don't think, have real fighting skills. Like, are these other things going the wayside of pro wrestling?
It's stunt casting, you know? It's like a catch-all
Right.
word for what's going on. They're stunt casting everybody into everything. I would think that as a real fan of UFC or whatever he's, like, trying to break his teeth on, I look at it like a Make-A-Wish, like, thing. Where it's like, great, like, this guy has become so famous on, like, YouTube for being a fuckhead that, like, we need to watch him go through, like, the motions of what he wants to do and what he's always wanted to do once he got famous enough. And it's like, people that watch that stuff shouldn't have to sit through, like, this fuckhead coming through, like, what they like just because he's grown famous enough on YouTube. Now, like, he's in your fucking face doing what you like to watch. Like, that shit just annoys the piss out of me.
Oh, Justin gets a fucking...
He's getting fired up, ladies and gentlemen.
But I agree. Like, what the fuck?
Like when
has
they put
he
Ed
done?
Sheeran in that show, when they put Ed Sheeran in fucking Game of Thrones, I'm like, why? I don't give a fuck about this dude. Now he's famous enough, he gets to be in a show I watch. Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyway,
I
I'm
agree.
done.
What was Ed Sheeran in? Wasn't he in that movie? I think I just watched it. The movie with The Rock, Red Notice or whatever. Anybody watch that?
Oh, he was, wasn't he? I
Never
did watch.
watched it.
I'll watch anything with The Rock. Unfortunately, I don't know. I like that dude. He's got charisma. But
I thought
I
that
don't
movie
remember
was a
him.
decent movie, but like, yeah, there's another one where he makes a fucking cameo. You know, gets a 30-second.
I don't remember
minute
that.
part.
I definitely remember him in Game of Thrones, and I was annoyed to piss.
He was in Red Notice. He was at the wedding at the end. He was the musician
right.
at the wedding, and
You're
then he
right,
gets
yeah.
arrested or whatever. Like,
Yeah, like they do the same joke every time where they take this like frilly dude that's like, oh my god, he's a felon, like that kind of shit. Like that stuff I'm sick of too. Like, who would think he'd be with like 5 hookers or whatever they do with that, you know?
but what the fuck
Yeah, they
has
did
Jake
something
Paul
dumb
done? Like, what has he literally done? Other
He
than be
went
a fucking
to-
moron on YouTube.
What he needs to do is go back in time when he went to visit the forest in Japan where everybody commits suicide and commit suicide. That's what he needs to do.
Suicide Forest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got real famous because he went there and like filmed somebody that had just committed suicide in like a forest he went to because people go there to commit suicide. Like, what a schmuck. Like, oh, I didn't know. Like, you fucking went there because it's called fucking Suicide Forest, and you saw a suicided body and you filmed it. Now you're like, oh, I didn't know. Can you just go in there and kill yourself, please? Like, I don't want to hear about you anymore. Like, I shouldn't have to know who you are. You shouldn't have to come into where I watch and take over the entertainment industry in that sense. It's not fair. You're nobody. I don't give a fuck. That's what pisses
So that's
me
why I asked, when you have people like him coming into the UFC, isn't he gonna fight Nate Diaz?
Yes, that's who it is. That's who I was trying to look it up. I was trying to look it up and see who it was.
He's supposed to fight. Nate Diaz is gonna knock his teeth down his fucking throat.
It
Like,
is.
that dude doesn't fucking play around. He doesn't care if he goes in there and gets his ass whooped, but he's gonna give out a big ass whooping as well. But that starts to make me think, do we have a little bit of a pro wrestling connotation to the UFC? I mean, the UFC here recently, and like WWE, and now with AEW has what's his fucking nuts who fights in Bellator. There's a lot of crossover now between MMA and wrestling, and a lot of intertwining. So, Dustin, do you watch MMA?
I used to, and I don't watch it all the time like I used to. I mean, I used to watch it like all the time, but
Do you think we're going into a thing where we're starting to pull punches and be more of a scripted event? Wasn't there a guy who won this in this last event? The last UFC they just had, a guy won, And as soon as he won, the UFC security and everything kicked him out of the building. He hadn't even gotten a chance to shower, change, nothing. Kicked him out of the building, still with his gloves on, no shoes on, in his fight gear. And he went back to his hotel like that.
Like he wasn't supposed to win.
Yeah.
Could be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's harder to script UFC or MMA, but
Is it?
is it possible? Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
is it really? You're in a ring. You're in a combat. Is it
Yeah.
really harder than wrestling the script?
yeah, probably not. Now that I think about it a little harder.
I would think that if Andy and we were in a fight and we had to make it look real, we could definitely come up with some ground rules between the two of us.
Yeah.
You know, where like we could take the punishment up to a certain point, but it's like, you know, don't do this or that. I definitely think they could do that.
Like between the fighters, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the brand is doing it. Between the fighters, they could be.
But again, I'm going to point out that they booted a dude from the arena as soon as he won a fight. This is the UFC's doing. So when you're talking the brand or the, you know, company, they booted him. And
Yeah.
then at the press conference when Dana White was asked about this, he just made a joke. Oh, I didn't know we did that. That sucks or something. Like, and just blew it off. Tony,
Yeah, it
since
could be
you're
one of
looking
those
up a bunch
things.
of shit, just look up UFC fighter thrown out of arena.
Right.
All right, hang on. So Paul, 25 years of age, is 5-0 in professional boxing, and has long expressed interest in a bout versus Diaz.
5-0.
Currently
what?
scheduled to fight Silva, a former UFC middleweight champion, October 29th in Glendale, Arizona.
If he holds his own against Anderson Silva, he's gonna, like, there's something wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
He should
man.
be dead and buried within 30 seconds.
Maybe he's
So
actually a good
Diaz
fighter.
will probably be next after Silva, the way it looks.
You know, are we in a time where, like, you got these social media stars? Are these companies trying to bring more people to view their product too?
Well, it's always been that way.
Right.
It's always been. Look at what WrestleMania 1 was.
Yeah.
All they did was bring in stars to cross over and bring in more viewership. You had Muhammad Ali. You had who was it, like Debbie Gibson or somebody.
Yeah. They do it on pretty much every WrestleMania.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, of course, it's you're trying to draw in an audience with bringing in these people, and I think the thing with having Paul is everybody wants to see him get his ass kicked.
Yep.
So who's not going to buy that when he's fighting a former champion who used to just choke the shit out of people? Who's not going to buy that to see him get his ass kicked?
I just don't think that, like, back in, like, whatever times when they had gladiators and shit, like, I don't think people, like, were where he is. Like, that's the whole thing I have. Like, yeah, everybody wanted to show up and see, like, the dude get, like, eaten by a lion if they hated him, but they were all, like, warriors. Like, I think we're in a weird time where everybody watches YouTube for free, so naturally it's the most popular thing, I would assume. So anybody that gets popular in there always fucking cracks me up. Like, we all know, like, younger kids that just watch YouTube the whole time and they watch people play with, like, stuffed animals and play video games. It's like, who would have ever thought that'd be something people want to watch? But
Oh my god,
that's
my
where we're
kids,
at.
my youngest will sit there and watch somebody play video games all fucking day long.
And having commentary that's just not funny or inventive or
Right.
anything, you know? Like, I'm like, why are you watching? Are you laughing at this? Like, they're not really, like, responding to it. They're just watching it because it's like that. These are the videos they watch. I recognize them from before. And it's just like, these people get so fucking famous. And it's like, the bargain basement of entertainment, if you can even say that there's anything of value there. But you get people like Logan Paul, and now it's like Make-A-Wish. It's like, oh, you know what I always wanted to do? Now I have all this fame. I always wanted to fight and call myself a fighter. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Would you fight
It's
him, Justin?
No, because he'd probably beat me up. He definitely has fought more than once, and I've fought 0 times, and I'm wear it like a badge on my chest, like avoiding fighting.
So you're not actually calling him out?
No, nor would I be interested in doing that for that reason. But I would call him out to in a music off, maybe see if he can actually hold a tune or something. That'd be cool.
Does he do music?
He's a jack of all trades, more than likely.
Well, anybody that's that famous on YouTube, it's like they probably asked him at the point where he became a boxer. They probably asked him, like, "Can you play music?" And he's like, "I played drums when I was in high school, like once maybe," And then they're like, "Okay, it's not gonna work." And then they're like, "Reform." Like, you kind of have aggression. Do you ever beat somebody up? Like, yeah, man, I beat up my homeboy one time when he stole my iPad. It's like, okay, we're gonna go in that direction. So, like, that's exactly what happens with these things. We could be approached, they're going to come at Andy and be like, you feel like kicking your own ass again in hockey? And no, I'm, too old for that. Okay, what about, being like a friar, like just go around and roast people? Yeah, that's a fit. Like, that's what they fucking do. And that's what I see. I see the factory happening behind Logan Paul. So I definitely think he's got like a thing worked out where in this fight that's coming up, he can't get like too beat up, like, because he can't do the other stuff that people make money off of him doing. That's all. Well, that's...
Dustin, would you fight Logan Paul?
The money was right.
For payday, right? You would.
Right. I mean, I guess I look at it the same way. It's like, look at all these guys on the practice squads in the NFL, and they get their butts kicked all the time, but they're bringing home some money. I mean, they're not bringing home a lot, but, I'd hop into a fight with the right money.
What's your height?
5'11".
What's your weight?
No idea.
I'd say
190, 200.
All right, you're gonna be you're in his weight class, so we want to make a call out to Logan Paul right now. Dustin's gonna kick his ass, and we'll be your fucking trainers.
I'll have to go upstairs and start hitting the bag more, I guess. I got a punching bag upstairs, and we'll start training. Let's do it.
All right, Logan Paul, you've officially been called out by fucking Money Guns, and he's gonna kick your fucking ass. I bet you're too much of a goddamn pussy to accept the challenge, though, because you want to fight Nate Diaz because he's got a name. How about giving somebody without a name a fucking chance, you piece of shit? Moneybag's coming after you. He's going to whoop your ass. Dun, dun, dun.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
What
I'll
about
even
you,
rile him
Tony?
up.
Tony, you're
further
going
by
to be the
saying,
cut.
"Fuck
What are
you."
you, the cut man or the... Because you can't be the promoter.
Why?
Exactly. So are you like the cut man? Like we already know Justin's gonna be like the cardio trainer and the music man. He's gonna make some entrance music for us to beat.
If he's my cardio trainer, I'm going to turn my ankle a week in.
Yeah.
Bikes, man. Ride bikes. There you go. Your ankles are pretty fine. Unless you fall off the bike on your ankle.
So what are you gonna do, Tony? You're just gonna...
I guess I'm just going to be the cut man, I'm just going to have to hit, in between your abs, give you the little cotton swabs and the cuts, real hard to get it to stop bleeding, and do all that good stuff, maybe slip you a little...
I don't see Dustin bleeding. I think we're going to go for the takedown, get an ankle lock, maybe get a little choke action. I don't think we're going to want to... Logan Paul's a little taller. I think we need to go to the ground.
Yeah, we might need to go to the ground on this one.
Which there's brothers, right? Which one is he? Is he the younger brother?
He's the piece of shit.
I think they both are.
Yeah, they
What's
both
the other
are.
one's name?
Jake.
Jake.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Which one's
so,
fighting?
Yeah.
Logan?
Yeah, Logan's fighting, right? I don't fucking know.
I might have been.
Honestly,
I
I
might
don't
have
even
been
know.
talking.
I don't even. Aside from them, with the one jackass showing up on fucking WWE, I've never seen a fucking thing they've done because they're
Good.
pieces of shit.
Might need to turn it into a duel match. Andy, you want to team up, and we'll invite Jake into this too.
Jake, let's go. Fucking
Now we
right.
know. Now that we're.
I want to know
there's two
how
of
is
you.
he fighting under contract with WWE?
That's
I mean,
what I'm kind of curious
Yeah,
about.
not a huge, WWE star, but you have him under contract, and you're paying him a buttload of money, and you're gonna let him go out and fight UFC fighters.
Maybe this comes back to my original question.
Right. It's rigged.
Yes, is UFC real fighting?
Don't fuck up the face. If you don't see any face shots a lot in that fight, that's like your big tell. That's like your big tell, I guess. Review.
Well, they do it all the time in wrestling. There is a way to use your knuckle. Okay, and I heard Mick Foley tell this story. I went to one of his live talks or whatever. What you do is you use your knuckle and you hit downward right on the bone on the eyebrow. And it will split that open, instantaneously causing you to bleed.
I think I just did that.
No.
You gotta go down, Justin,
forward,
not
you gotta
in,
go
down.
downward. It's downward, like that, yes.
That does hurt, even just like a little bit.
But that will
that's
split
strong.
open and you will bleed. So you automatically got the blood right there. Now, if you just want to make it look good, you can get bloodied up like that and then just go walking back to your corner after the end of the road and go, oh my God, he fucked me up.
Adrian.
Adrian!
Oh my God. Speaking of Adrian, I just saw the last Rambo movie last night. You guys been following up on Rambos through the years or what?
No.
In the beginning, yes, not the latest ones.
Fucking Rambo?
Yeah, there's a Rambo
There's like
Last
new
Blood.
Rambos?
There's a Rambo Last Blood. Basically,
Last Blood.
I would call it Rambo Taken. Because it's exactly what he does. He takes Rambo and makes him, and puts him in Taken, you know? They give him like a young woman that like he's sort of like the uncle of that he cares about that gets sold into drug trafficking. And then he has to go be Rambo to get her back. Anyway,
Fuck?
so yeah. Remember First Blood when Rambo's walking into town and the cops are all like, "I don't like your kind."
Fuck
And it
no,
was a
I
great-
don't remember that movie either.
Great fucking movie. You didn't see First Blood or Rambo?
You didn't see First Blood?
What?
No.
You gotta watch that one.
I've never
like
seen
Rocky,
any
right?
fucking Rambo.
You seen the Rockies though, right?
Yeah.
Rambo's
It's got a
just good.
sports connotation to it.
Well, you don't like
Or an ass kicking. Just like
Yeah,
just like Dustin and I are gonna do the Paul boys, we'll fucking kick your ass.
Here's your theme music. Ready? Gonna tap
That
dance
might
on
be
your
Dustin, fucking Twinkle
scrotums.
Toes.
Old Twinkle Toes.
We'll see.
Hey.
We'll see. I guarantee these fucking pussies won't accept. Guaranteed.
Well, they should because we're gonna take you to the fucking suicide forest.
So which one am I fighting?
Yeah, Jake.
Jake! I got my ramrod ready for you, buddy. No lube. All raw. Coming up your ass.
Are you challenging him to a fight or
ready
something he
for
wants to do? I'm not sure.
Oh, he wants it? You're saying? You're saying he might like it?
That was my joke. Yeah. He's
Oh.
like, okay.
Bring it to me, Andy. That's Jake's fucking theme music, fucking Twinkle Toes right there. So I think we need to get Sergeant Hot Pocket as a trainer too.
Yep.
You have to get in touch. He ain't doing anything else. His fucking fantasy team sucks. He can give that up. So He's got time on his hands. He doesn't have to look at his fantasy team. So we'll have to get Sergeant Hot Pocket in here to get us some training. I'll have to quit smoking, otherwise I'm going to die. Doing some training.
We'll definitely be hacking up something.
Yeah.
No, dude, you don't have to quit smoking. You just be like that guy that's like lifting weights with that cigarette hanging up. You know? How they have like the cigarettes and they somehow take drags and then don't get all the smoke in their eye. I don't know how.
Oh my God, smoking the eye is the fucking worst.
The worst is
thing-
playing it off like it didn't happen. That's the worst part. And other people are there.
It is fucking terrible to get smoke in your eye. Like, it feels as bad. It feels as bad as the beating we're gonna give to the Paul boys.
Yeah, that does sound like tap dancing, but guess what? The tap dancing's on your fucking scrot.
Scrote? Were you gonna say scrotum and then throat? You're not sure which
Yeah.
one to go with?
You're gonna kick the scrotum into their throat. You're gonna make them scrotes.
Oh, shit. You hear that?
There you go.
You hear that, Logan and Jake? You're getting scroted.
Roaded.
Fucking right. Like, geez. All right, well, we got that aggression out of the way. Should we go for some more aggression?
Is there more aggression?
There might be.
There's always
I might
more
have to
aggression.
whoop another person's ass.
You might.
All right, so here's the thing. If you were part of we'll do a hypothetical story again. This is hypothetical story time.
Story time.
Just like last week. Hypothetical story time, okay? If you were part of a corporation as an officer. Now, we talked about officers of a corporation last week, right? With the EVPs of the wrestling company. But if this is just a regular company and you are a officer / board member, hypothetically, you are, and you were in charge of, I don't know, making sure employees got paid on time.
Right, so
And
nothing
then,
important.
Like, you took a really long shit and weren't able to make sure that they got paid on time 1 week because you were taking a really long shit. But you promised them payday on another day. Are you a piece of shit if you don't pay them on that second day?
Yeah,
Yep.
the least you could do. Right?
You're a piece
Literally
of shit
the
if you don't
least
pay
could
them
do.
on the day you do. You're supposed
Right,
to.
right. But in that hypothetical, the least you could do is deliver on that promise like 12:01 a.m. that day, whatever day you're fucking talking about.
Or whatever time you said, right? Like, make
Right.
sure you are ready to pay them.
Right.
No matter what.
People hate being strung along. I mean, don't fucking, like, that's the worst feeling. Like, nobody wants to feel like that because they have to be assholes and they don't want to. Nobody, don't, you know? I get that.
And so here's another thing. Like, you, hypothetically, you order something from UPS. And it's, you paid for it, so you want it. Right?
Right.
You paid for it, you want it, and it's not on time. How does that make you feel?
You're calling.
You spent money
Yep.
for something you were supposed to get, and it's not on time.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I actually had that with FedEx. I ordered a set of clubs and they were in Minneapolis, so I just did the overnight shipping. I was like, I need them for a tournament. And for some reason, they got sent down to Louisville, Kentucky, because that's the regional office, and they didn't get on the plane to get back up here that day for that day delivery. And I called and I got my shipping free and all that, but it wasn't right. I mean, I expected them that day. I needed them that day for a golf tournament.
Like
So,
they
if
intended.
if you needed something, let's say it was something you needed, but you could only use it that day.
Yep.
And you can only use it that day. You'll never use it again. Only that day. Would you not be entitled to having your money back?
Well, I'd be sending it back for sure.
Like,
You know.
you would be entitled to get a refund for not getting what you were promised. Now, if it's the fault of you because you were the one in charge of making sure it happened, what should happen to you?
Logan
don't-
Paul beat down.
Yeah,
Andy, where's that
depends
bat
on what
of
you're
yours?
doing, because if you screw up something like that, not once but twice, I mean, come on, you gotta get out.
Yeah.
At least
I
the
mean,
tip. At least the tip.
Yeah, especially if it's
Just the
twice,
tip.
right?
Right.
You didn't do it the first time on time because, and then it was, let's make an excuse that sounds good, but really you were just taking a shit and weren't prepared, and then you fucking blew your load the next time you were supposed to do it, and because you blew your load, you couldn't do it then. I think you
Yeah.
get a ramrod.
Yeah, like excuses suck balls when you're not getting something you should have gotten from the person that's giving you excuses. Like those people need to understand, shut your mouth, follow through, don't tell me anything but tomorrow and for sure. You know, like that's like the insult to injury part. Like, oh, I couldn't do it because I don't give a fuck. Am I not getting it now? Like everybody's got fucking issues. Like like because that's all anybody wants to share on Facebook anyway. You know, they show like the iceberg underneath somebody, and it's like, always assume everybody's got something more going on. Okay, well, embrace that. Stop giving me fucking excuses why you couldn't deliver, and just deliver when you say you're going to. How about that? Then you won't make other people into fucking psychopaths.
Right, and the
Right.
person who does something to you because you couldn't fucking follow through ends up looking like the fucking bad guy.
And this goes back to what you said last week about the whole like pot smoking, like hypothetically on like a premises, if you were the one that was paying for the house. It's like everybody just wants to like make you look like everybody's just looking for an asshole, right? And they just all blame an asshole. They don't think about how assholes are created, quote unquote. So, you know, and just like go after the people that are like lackadaisical and aren't following the rules or doing what they should to make everybody else kind of like chug along.
So let's go back to last weekend and include it into
Right.
this week. What if one of the, hypothetically, of course,
Is it the same
always,
person?
Always hypothetically. What
Is this
if
the
one
same
of the,
exact person?
What if one of the pot smokers that didn't give a shit about following the rules was also the fucking person who didn't follow through on what they were fucking supposed to do?
Andy, if this isn't hypothetical, this is toxic, and you need to like get rid of this person. Like this is just like piss. Like this is just waiting to happen. Constantly. I mean, like that's all you're gonna get is. If
Might
that's
need to
my-
be deeper. Might need to get deeper every now and then.
I mean, this is like, okay, fool me once, you know, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
Yeah, so just hypothetically. And let's just say, hypothetically, we talked about another situation last week. Let's just say, because remember we talked about inviting people to your house, and if they smoke, and you weren't a pot smoker, but they smoked pot at your house, how you would feel. What if, hypothetically, the person was also one of them that smoked pot at your house?
Yeah. Andy, I don't know what to tell you. You're
What
you're
if,
in an abusive
hypothetically,
relationship.
Justin knows this person?
Oh, wow. Who is it? Do you guys know him?
Hypothetically, yes.
Hypothetically, have they been on the show?
Hypothetically, is their name sometimes in the opening?
Hypothetically, is their name conspicuously not anymore?
I feel like we're playing a game show.
Yeah, it's been cut from the opening when you.
Oh, that's, you always want people to do their best, but, everybody's got to, like, a cock of the walk kind of feeling with themselves. And, if that amount of only doing what you want to do, like, affects other people and their well-being, then, you have to expect that and be able to adapt. That's unfortunate, Andy, I'm going to come to your house.
Now you feel depressed. Now you feel depressed.
I'm going to come to your house specifically so you can tell me not to smoke weed. And then I'll be like, aye, aye, Captain.
But now you're depressed, Justin, because you're like, God damn it, I know this person.
No, it's fine. I mean, there's plenty of people I've known that have been letdowns in certain ways or other. But you do have to, like, kind of, everybody's got their own everybody's the star of their own show. And you still have to deal with how people, like, have to react to you. That's just whatever. But that's what I said, man. I'm going to come to your house with my mason jar of pot. Because I have one now since last week. I've learned you need to have a mason jar.
You've also learned for a couple of weeks that you need to have beans. So did you get that?
Fuck!
No.
Oh my god. Next week, I promise. Next week I will be eating the beans.
So
we've heard that for about 3 weeks.
You do remember that last episode, Justin promised to have beans this week. So now he's promising to have beans next week.
So if I don't have beans next week...
So now is this his second letdown on the promise?
It will be next week.
Are we going to have to hypothetically talk about Justin next week?
I would totally deserve it. That is a good parlay into proving that I am also an asshole. Yes. See? I forgot. I'm not giving any excuses. I totally just forgot to go out and get them.
I thought he was going to blame it on the shipping. Yeah, they were supposed to be here today. They just never showed up.
God damn it. I order them from Amazon, like you said, Andy.
And then what happens when they don't show up next week? Oh, fuck, they're lost in the mail.
No, going back to how we got into this hypothetical in the first place, this particular one, like, yes, if I do not eat beans next Monday or whenever we record it, then I am, like, the worst person ever. And I agree with that.
Okay, so we're going to make a thing right now. If he does not eat beans next week, how many beans are you supposed to eat?
5. Then I have to eat how many the next week?
You have to eat triple.
Triple. I will
15.
accept that. I will accept that because I emphatically agree with your initial whatever that started this. Yes. That is annoying when somebody doesn't follow through.
So now let's think about this for just a minute. The story we just talked about, hypothetically. Okay? Hypothetically, we just talked about making a promise, not keeping it, and then the next week not keeping your promise. Then we said the person's name is hypothetically in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
Could we possibly be talking about Justin?
I would say no because I said up until recently it was in there, and now it's not. And my name's still in there.
Right, and I didn't necessarily agree. I did say one got cut out.
Are you this upset about the jelly beans?
Very.
I mean, if Jack didn't get his beans, we'd have never had the fucking giant.
Right, exactly. Well, if I just want to say, if you're upset about jelly beans, I'm going to do more like this.
That's about how mad the Paul boys are about us calling their asses out. Fucking twinkle toes.
If he shows up with baked beans next Monday because he forgot to order them, we got a problem.
No, I will not eat baked beans. I will not eat baked beans. That's for sure. I hate baked beans so much. I would rather eat these beans. I would rather taste like vomit and old socks than taste what baked beans taste like.
Wait.
True story.
You wait until
True story. Here we go.
You wait. Oh, let's hear the story. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, true story.
So
Story
okay,
time.
so you know Scotland, a typical Scottish breakfast includes baked beans. Did you guys know that?
No.
Yes.
Okay, Tony knew.
Mhm.
I despise legumes, pretty much if they're beans in bean form or whatever. Just ugh.
What's a legume?
Like kidney beans,
Oh.
whatever makes baked beans. Not peanuts though. I like them. But like when you put them in that sauce and you make baked beans, and it's the stuff that makes everybody fart and everything, like that's fine. Farting's cool. It's funny. But like just like baked beans. Don't touch my other food. So anyway, so I'm in Scotland actually. That's a story for another time. And I ordered typical Scottish breakfast, and I said, and this is where we differ from other countries. I said, "Hey, could I get that without the baked beans?" And she goes, "No." And I know Tony said something about his other food not touching, and if I'm like vehemently against like any food that's like served with it, it's like the whole fucking plate's out. So I just sat there with my cousin who ate, breakfast, and I just had coffee and waited till he got done because there was nothing else on the menu I wanted, and I wasn't gonna have baked beans on my fucking plate. Anyway.
So you didn't eat breakfast because of the baked beans? All right, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. This is now. We're gonna transition into what did we call it? Inside the mind of a pothead.
Yeah.
So, because this is just directly for you, Justin, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, and I just want to know yes or no. You don't have to explain nothing.
Cool.
Okay. Do you like any beans?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like ketchup?
Nope.
You don't like ketchup at all.
Nope.
Do you like brown sugar?
Yeah.
Do you like bacon?
Yeah. I'm sorry, yes.
I'm all for it. I know where he's going.
So if we sweetened up your ketchup with a bunch of brown sugar, put some bacon in it,
Nope. Don't fall for it.
and toss some beans in it, you ain't going for it.
Nope. Because that would be baked beans, and that's what I don't like.
So what is it about the baked beans you don't like?
Because, like, what is it about a song you don't like? Do you hate the C chord? Well, that's in there. That C chord's in fucking, what's a band you like, Andy? Like Tom Petty or something? He uses C chords, but the shitty concerts your wife and your kids go see, like, they use C chords too. But somehow they use them in a way where you fucking hate it. And that's exactly what happens with baked beans. All of those fucking ingredients they use in a way where I don't like the finished product. Ugh, get away from me. Don't touch my fucking eggs.
It's a good way to explain it, though. I mean, that is entertaining.
Yeah, but okay. So let me say, let's go hypothetics.
Again, hypothetical. We need to get a hypothetical to
And
it.
maybe we need to actually do this. Do you like hot dogs?
Yeah, I like hot dogs.
Okay.
That's
Oh, that's like
Hypothetical.
the first chord of what's that song? It's like an 80s
Hypothetically.
song. It's like a fucking 80s
I need more
song
than what's
right
that song? What is it?
Yeah.
Name that tune.
Name that tune. My Xbox just went on for no reason. I guess it liked that song too.
No, no. It's like an 80s fucking song. What is it?
That's every 80s song.
That's every 80s song.
Yeah, but that's like even in the slowness that he played it. Like it
I
was-
don't know where we're going,
Maybe
but I
that's
know that
Where I've been.
wasting my time. I'm wasting no more time. Here we go again.
I think that's what it
Is that
is.
the one you're thinking of?
It's like-
Here we go again.
you don't
That's
know
probably
the
what
rest
it
of the
is.
fucking song except for like
Whitesnake.
you just play the whole fucking song. Can you even play like a line, or no? You just know the.
What? The Whitesnake song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can play the whole song. I play that. It's called the Whitesnake song.
Here I go again.
Is that what you were thinking of?
It was.
It's apparently.
John,
All right, so here I go again. Here I go again. Though I keep searching for an never seem to find what I'm looking for. Everybody, oh Lord, I pray, give me the strength to carry on. 'Cause I know what Andy.
Too bad he's cutting out.
That's right.
Justin blows again.
I blew a gasket. I don't know why. This is fucking for the people watching. This is Discord. This is what Discord does to your beautiful piano playing.
Yeah, I don't know. It fucking fucks you up. But so you like hot dogs?
Plain.
Just plain hot dogs?
Yeah. Again, going back to the condiments, you tend to put condiments on hot dogs. Relish, mustard, ketchup. Gross, disgusting. Okay.
What, do you put it on a bun, or do you just fucking shove it up your ass?
I shove it up my ass and then I Cartman style. It comes out my mouth, so I still taste it. It's pretty good. Wawas are not the best, but
Do you like little smokies?
Is that like kickers?
Like little yes.
little hot dogs.
Little hot dog, like little sausage hot dogs.
Those are those kickers you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I do like sausages. I like brats. I like pretty much any sausage, even if it has like a flavor I don't normally like.
Brats?
But yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too, Dustin.
Brats? Isn't
He
it
calls
brats?
himself a German.
Do I?
Are you German? You're a loser.
Where are my papers? Where are my papers? No,
I
man,
heard
I'm
brats.
mostly
I'm
Irish.
like, I don't think I've
English.
ever had a brat.
Yeah.
Brat. I'm sorry,
I've had
brat.
a brat, but they've grown
I don't
up.
say bratwurst. I say bratwurst.
Bratwurst?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I say water, so you really can't follow.
Well, that goes into the whole thing. What do you call? You call it soda or you call it pop?
Definitely soda.
So if we took the beans out of the equation, well, we might have to experiment with this.
Then what? You have like a sauce with like bacon and
you
ketchup?
fucking put hot dogs in there.
Well, you do mention ketchup as part of it, so you got to get rid of that.
Do you like barbecue sauce?
No.
You don't like barbecue sauce?
Nope. Never met a barbecue sauce I did like.
What the fuck?
Barbecue
all right,
sauce.
never
Hey, there's
mind.
another commercial. Barbecue sauce. What am I
So
talking about?
when he grills out, it's just plain hot dogs and hamburgers, nothing on them.
I won't like I've had barbecue chicken, like where it's made on the grill with like, you put it on with the little paintbrush. That's fine. If it's like cooked in, I'll have barbecue chicken, but I won't have like barbecue sauce. Like, what do you want with your nuggets? Like barbecue sauce? Like never, just never.
So you could eat barbecue sauce if it's cooked into your food, but you couldn't like dunk it, dip it.
Like I've had barbecue chicken. Yeah, I wouldn't introduce barbecue hot dog if that's a thing. Like there's nothing I could taste that's new, but I know I like barbecue chicken. But yeah, I wouldn't bring barbecue into anything else.
Okay, but you like the taste of barbecue chicken, so the sauce is okay.
Yeah. I would think
Just
so.
not as a condiment, as a cooked
Right,
in
yeah.
ingredient. Good.
Okay.
Right.
So let's go back. Let's reverse.
No, we're reversing.
What are the
Reverse.
What are the ingredients to barbecue sauce? Ketchup, brown sugar.
Yeah,
Usually some spices, but but its main base is ketchup, and you like the taste of the barbecue sauce on chicken.
right. And
So-
if I think about the fact that it's like cut with ketchup too long, like it does start to put me off because I hate ketchup that much. But I mean, aren't there some things you like that like are cut with something that you also don't like? Like sour cream and onion chips is like the ultimate go-to for me. My favorite kind of chip is sour cream and onion chip, but you'll never catch me eating sour cream or onions. I guess
Tony's like that.
It's kind of the same thing with ketchup, though. Do you eat tomatoes?
Yeah, tomato. I didn't eat tomatoes for a while though, and then I eventually came around to that. So there's a chance I
So
might come around to
basically, the
ketchup.
only ingredients that you would add to a tomato after you destroy the shit out of it and juice it would be vinegar, salt.
No,
I mean, that's pretty much it. It's probably the vinegar then.
it's the vinegar.
Do you put oil and vinegar on your Italian hoagie?
What's an Italian hoagie? Versus a regular hoagie. No, it doesn't sound like I'd eat an Italian hoagie because that sounds like too many meats meeting.
Didn't you just say you're Italian?
No, I said I was Irish and English.
Oh,
Do you like potatoes?
Yeah, of course. I always remember that famine.
Do you like sauerkraut?
No, ew, no. Ew. Ew. Go back to hot dogs. Everyone went down the shore, like my one grandparents' house that lived at the shore, and it was like, it's hot dog night. And me being a picky person, I was like, yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, I can actually eat tonight and not have to like hide it in my napkin when everybody's not watching. It was like hot dogs, but it's like, oh, fuck, it's going to be made in that sauerkraut.
Good Lord. Well, that ends this episode of Inside the Mind of a Pothead. Blew it out again. But we are going to move on to Inside the Mind of a Hermit.
I got something for that.
And this is time for Inside the Mind of a Hermit. Tony! Why is your woman randomly on the edge of the screen trying to hand you a fork?
I think she's raising her hand for like what she's saying.
A knife.
That's a knife. She might have been just raising her hand. Like, I like sauerkraut. I like what you were saying. Asking.
Probably, yes.
Just gonna shiv
That's probably
you.
what it was.
So she
Otherwise-
just randomly hands you forks and knives? Like, I mean, I can raise my hand without a knife or a fork.
Oh, she's cutting strawberries. I don't know why.
Are we going into feeding time with a hermit?
Have her feed you like you're the emperor and it's grapes.
Yes. Can she feed you a strawberry after she
No.
cut it?
No.
Maybe Tony doesn't like strawberries.
Probably doesn't.
Who doesn't like strawberries?
Tony,
My
Only in
nephew, he's allergic to them.
Only in a Sunday.
only in a Sunday? So you need all the sugar?
Only on a Sunday. Only on Sunday.
That's Monday, you're fucked.
Well, he might as well start eating strawberries on Sundays. He got nothing else to do. His football team sucks, and so does his fantasy team. So what else did... So we saw a reel of something you did at your house this week. So what else did you do at your house, Mr. Hermit?
This week?
Yes.
Nothing.
Oh.
Strawberry Sundays.
Yeah, did you have any strawberry sundaes?
No.
No.
Did not.
She won't seriously feed you a strawberry right now?
He won't
No.
eat it.
Of the podcast?
He won't
will
eat
not.
it.
Huh?
I will not eat it.
Why not?
Can she just randomly hand you a fucking knife again then?
Will you eat the knife before you eat the strawberries?
No, I don't want your knife.
Question: would you eat the knife before you'd eat the strawberry?
I don't know, maybe.
So
We'll put some
nice
ice
one.
cream on a strawberry and
so
feed
you've
it to
been to
him.
Vegas. You've been to Vegas many
Yeah.
times, and you've been to Fremont Street,
Yeah.
and you've been to Magic Joe's and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so have her hand you the knife and show us your best sword swallower impression.
How do they do that, by the way?
I don't
Zero
know,
gag reflexes.
or a retractable knife.
Yeah, I think it's good to have both just in case.
But I have seen. Have you seen the videos, or at least heard of the videos of the magicians that? So there's a trick where there's a nail, and you put plastic
In a
or
bag.
paper bags over the nails, right? And you have people pick the ones that you want them to hit. Spoiler alert! If you don't want to know how magic tricks are done, don't listen to the next 5 minutes.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go take
5 minutes?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom then.
Oh, I did do something else this weekend. I forgot.
Oh, what'd you do?
Uh-oh.
Went to Brandenburg, Kentucky, which is about 2 hours south of where I live, so right across the river in Kentucky, to a place called Jailhouse Pizza.
You went to jail?
So this
Pizza.
place is built in an old jail, and they still have some of the cells there and everything. So, and supposedly it's haunted, and you can tour it after hours. 2 hours, remind you, to drive down there.
For pizza.
That was not very good at all.
Did you go find the ghost?
No, because you have to do that after hours. Yeah.
Did you do
Well,
anything
you drove
else?
2 hours.
Did you do anything else in Brandenburg, Kentucky?
We went because the river's right there outside the building across the street. So, I mean, we walked over to the river, did stuff like that, nothing. And then for some reason, the people I was with was so fucking obsessed with fucking boba. They had to go find boba. And then they're like, "You want some?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I don't want no fucking balls in my mouth, squishing, flashing everywhere." Then I had to listen to the fucking difference. Do you know there's fucking tapioca boba? And what's the other one? Topping boba? Oh, God. I hear the tapioca is horrible.
Now I do so those bobas you talk about, right? For anybody else who doesn't know, because I didn't fucking know until I actually walked into a place to pick one up. Okay. What the fuck this was. So it's just those little fucking balls that are filled with juice or whatever. When you bite them, they squish open, right? It's the modern day gusher for us that used to eat gushers all the time, the fruit snack, right? I put that shit on, I don't get it in tea, this is the fucking new fad. But if I go to Orange Leaf and get frozen yogurt, I'll put some of that on the frozen yogurt.
Yeah, that's basically what it's like. Yeah, those little balls.
Yeah. So everybody should know about that. Now that Justin's out of the bathroom, we'll go ahead and talk about this bag and spike trick. So you've seen the videos of people doing it's a big ass nail. I mean, we're talking a 6-inch nail, probably a 1/2 inch to 3/4 thick.
Wait,
nail.
you're still discussing this? I left so it didn't get ruined.
That is spiked as hell. Okay.
We were talking about boba.
And then you put the
That-
paper bags over. You have paper bags that are upside down, and one of them's covering the spike. Well, you have audience members and stuff pick at random which bag they want you to smash your hand on. Okay, so again, spoiler alert. It's a trick. But it doesn't always work. Okay? It is a really a guessing game. So what you're trying to do as the magician is to force, what they call forcing, which is the same way they tell you to pick a card, but you know the card that you picked is the one they want you to pick anyway. How they do that, that's the secret. I'm not telling you that. But so they're trying to force you onto a buy. They already know where the spike is. They're trying to force you on a buy. But if you fuck it up, your fucking hand's going through a goddamn spike. And that shit is fucking real as fuck. And I've seen the videos of people fucking it up. Like, I don't know why you would do something like that isn't 100%. Okay? And I think we've talked about this before. I am a hobbyist magician. I am far from a professional magician, but a hobbyist, like to play around. I've fucked up tricks before, and there's a lot of them, when you fuck them up, you can get out of it. I think Tony was there when I fucked one up at a fair once, where like, I don't remember what the trick was. They were supposed to write on a business card that was torn in half, and then when you give them the business card, the business card's restored to a full business card. Well, when I gave them their business card, they wrote on it. Okay, they wrote on it. We saw it. Everybody saw it. When I gave them their business card, instead of giving them a full business card with what their signature was, I gave them a business card that had no signature on it, and made their signature disappear. Now you just fucked that trick up, but you, in the same aspect, you turn that around to make it a trick, right? There's no turning that shit around. You put your hand through a fucking nail. What's the thought process here, Justin? Like, if you fuck up a song, 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna know, right?
Yeah, mostly.
If it's a popular song, I think people know.
Yeah.
But if he
it's
fucks
American
up a
Girl,
note, just a note, right? We're not talking about singing the song, forgetting the lyrics, or something like that. But it happens at stage shows all the time. They fuck up a note, right?
Oh yeah, especially the more people you have in the band.
Nobody notices, right? Like, and so for you, Justin, nobody notices you fuck up a note, right?
Not usually, no.
But if you were to play a song that you weren't 100% sure of, right, and everybody knew every fucking note, would you chance that?
No. I mean, I do. That's kind of like my calling card now but, you know, I don't end up having my hand through a fucking nail. So. Yeah,
but if they say play a song and they say a song you don't really know, you just go, okay, never played this song, going to give it a shot, right? So
and I don't end up with the nail through my hand when I fuck up.
You have an out. There's no fucking out on this. Putting a fucking nail, like, I don't know. Tony, you were there when I fucked up that trick. What did you think?
I mean, yeah, you fucked up, but I mean, yeah, you kind of recovered. It was kind of easy for you to recovery, but yeah, I've seen a video where a fucking TV news anchor magician was on live TV with him and made the anchor do that, and the nail with her hand. And she's just standing there in shock. The magician's trying to put her hand down real quick and do something else. Can't miss that. So
There's no recovery.
no.
And here's the thing. Forget why we got on this subject, but I know now why we're on this subject. Right? Just because the Paul brothers may land a fucking punch on me, I got an out. You can't break me. You're a bunch of fucking pussies.
That's the pussy song now?
No, he's pissed.
Oh.
And anyway, we never came out of Inside the Mind of a Hermit. We need the outro for that, please.
feel like I'm on fucking Bikini Bottoms with SpongeBob.
Eventually, we'll get one for you, Dustin. Don't know what it is yet, but
Money guns.
Yeah, money guns. Where's the money song?
Where's the money song?
We got the money song somewhere.
It's kind of upbeat. I like it.
Yeah.
Where is the fucking money gun anyway?
Gun broke. Money here.
Holy hell! Just stacked hundreds.
Stacked hundos. Don't know what I'm using them for yet.
Must be nice.
I'm gonna start buying Powerball jackpot tickets with it. I think.
Well, what did we? So that I was thinking about that earlier. What did we say we were gonna buy in on the Powerball and the Mega Ball? At what number?
What's it at?
One of them's at like 227.
Well, we should be in then.
That's Powerball.
I think it was 200, right?
Mega Millions is 277.
Sounds like we
So
should
they're
buy
both
Powerball.
over 200.
Maybe
So
we said 5.
I thought we said 5, and that's why I hadn't said nothing. But I was like, maybe we didn't say 5 because that's a lot of fucking money still. Like, let's say, 250 million. We're gonna walk away with what? 150 million divided by 4? Come on. I think we could take a Vegas trip on that money.
We might have said 1. We might have said 5. So.
I'm gonna say Powerball thinks that like what do we say? 238 mil right now. I think.
So are we? We need to make the pack, and we need to make it live here.
I think it's 5.
5.
5.
So
Because if you do like 100 million, we're gonna be buying tickets every week at some
Well,
point.
we don't want to do 100, but I was thinking if we're at like 220, 250, we need to be in this thing.
Well, we got about 3 hours to go buy our tickets for tonight.
Well, we ain't
How
got
about
mine
we-
tonight. It'll miss, and we'll get the next one. But like,
How about we just agree on 3?
Oh, it drops on a Wednesday.
Yep, Mega Millions is tomorrow.
so what
Okay.
did you say, Justin? 303.
Why don't we just agree on 3?
Anything over 3.
Okay.
Anything over $3, we're buying tickets.
But I still
Nailed
want
it.
my fucking quarter from Tony. He owes us
Yeah.
all a quarter.
He can buy a half a ticket with it.
Yeah, Tony, you have to buy an extra ticket to cover our quarter.
Yeah.
All right. So when we buy our 5, you got to buy 6
For one time.
one time
Yeah.
to cover
Cool.
our quarter, because otherwise, mail me my quarter.
A new one.
I mean,
It's cost you more.
I might come over there again sometime.
Well, I was wondering, what is this? You now get off early to go
No, I go to the chiropractor on Mondays, so I work 6 to 3,
Cool.
and then I.
He just didn't want to keep going to your house.
right down the street. So
I wouldn't want to fucking sit in my fucking garage for 2 hours either.
He's afraid of the shots you're going to force him to take.
especially not in the fucking 90 degrees.
Well, have you seen his fantasy team? He's in for 5 shots coming soon.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to be over there because you'll keep reminding him, like, in person about how bad his team is.
Yeah, and
Well,
it is we said whiskey shots, right?
You just said shots.
Yeah, you just said shots of my choice.
No, I did not say of your choice.
Not a your
Said
choice.
shots.
Just said shots.
My
It would be
choice.
assumed. It would be
Not your
assumed that it could be his choice because you didn't
So-
say shots of something.
So we said shots. but
Everclear.
If you think about it, Tony and I's choice of drink when we drink together and have drank together has always been whiskey.
Oh,
So
buy either.
What brand of whiskey?
Gentlemen's
Gentleman's?
Jack.
So I think it's 5 shots Gentleman's Jack. To make it fair, that's been our drink of choice. 5 shots of Gentleman's Jack at the beginning of a podcast.
Listen,
We might get Tony to talk more or to pass out and die.
That's what I'm trying to do.
listen. Can we append that a little bit, or whatever that word is, like, and make it 5 in the first hour?
Not at once.
That's a lot.
5 altogether is a lot for me. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, but that's a lot.
Over an hour, it's a lot for him.
Yeah, you said at the beginning of the podcast you're gonna drink 5 shots. Boom, 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 boom.
No. We'll give him a break. But in the first hour, I get to call out. If we're gonna do that, like we give him an hour, I get to call out shot, and he has to take a shot.
You're almost better off just doing 3 wise men and calling it good.
But I won't kill him. I won't go shot. He takes it, and I go shot, and he takes it, and I won't repeat him like that.
Something
Either
tells
way,
me,
I'm gonna die. 5 shots.
yeah, that's still not good in an hour.
I'm gonna have to be at home to do that one.
How
And
about you
this
have
is
to drink
not even
5?
part of the drunk show, which is going to have to be scheduled at some point.
That's going to be our Vegas show.
But no, that can't be the Vegas show, because if we do the drunk show in Vegas, Justin will end up liking strippers during the show and hate himself in the morning.
That's fine.
I do that anyway. I always hate myself in the morning.
He'll get really drunk and be like, strippers! Let's go to the strip club!
I'll be like, titties, silicone.
Pasties.
See that on Fremont.
What's that?
What? Well, no, they have to have the fucking little, like, dots or swirlies. What do you call those when they got the swirlies on their
Pasties.
titties? Yeah.
The
Pasties.
booby tassels.
Yeah. So that's not a full titty.
Booby tassels.
The
It's not a full
titsels.
titty. Did you know I was driving to North Carolina?
And he
I
saw
guess-
titties.
No, but I guess it's I think it's West Virginia. West Virginia, and we all know West Virginia has a fucking, everybody thinks you're fucking your mother or whatever. But did you know that they are a full nude strip club throughout West Virginia?
Here's my shocked face for that. Really?
I was waiting
West
for the
Virginia?
shock tune.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing for that. There's no fanfare for that. Obviously, West Virginia's full nude.
Do we know when they stopped doing that? Because when I first went, it was full nude in Kentucky.
Oh, maybe it still is.
But I mean,
It
that's
can
all.
be full mood. It can be full nude in Minnesota, but there's no bar.
Right, but that's the difference.
Right.
In West Virginia, it is full bar, full nude. Probably stick your dick in it if you want to. Now,
So we're in
and you
Montreal.
get a discount. You get a discount if you're the stripper's cousin.
Five finger discount or what?
It's a lot of fucking fingers.
Everybody
That's a
in
big shocker, dude. That's like the ultimate shocker.
yeah, everybody in Virginia has now stopped listening.
Not Virginia, West Virginia.
Yeah,
West
not
Virginia.
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
Remember, this is not Virginia. Which
Right. You talked about
which
Virginia
is a
last time.
virgin vagina. We
Vagina.
talked about that. It is
Definitely none of
west,
those in West Virginia.
It is west of the vagina. So
Right.
So you have a
Which
West
means-
Virginia.
Which means not at all virginal.
yes.
Yeah. That's where you got to move when you're in Virginia, and you got to go to West Virginia.
Yeah.
If
When
you,
everybody's too
if you had an east vagina, that would be a born again vagina.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
like a-
I don't want to know what north
Shuts
and
up.
south is.
one of those that you got to knock the dust off it after, you know.
And it still somehow smells like shit.
I feel as though you've had a lot of them that smell like shit, Justin.
No, I just think that a born again vagina would just be, you know, with the constant bullshit and everything that they're on about, you know, like it's just making that connection.
Oh. Okay. So you've not had a lot of smelling like shit.
No, I was just saying when you can't be addicted to drugs anymore, be addicted to God.
Now let's get it. Let's ask the question: have you had a smell like shit vagina?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody has.
Then I traded it in for a penis.
Oh my! I believe there's a story behind this one.
Now he's coming out of the closet, ladies.
He said, "Have I had?" Meaning, like, is it a part of me? Like, is it my vagina? And I said, I was making a joke.
No,
yeah, of course. We've all been one that's been like, you know.
We've all had a green taco.
Yeah, so that goes back to the taking one for the team. Like we had that conversation way back in the day, right? Like one of the early episodes was taking one for the team. Like if you're taking one for the team and all of a sudden it's a fucking tuna. Are you grabbing your buddy? Are you grabbing your buddy and saying, "Hey, we gotta go"?
No, you got to go back and tell your friends like how much of the team you covered up for.
Yeah. So the next time he has to take one for the team.
You think that was just Chewbacca? No, I have to like. I tell you, it got worse. So like,
you were on the whole fucking tuna boat.
Yeah. Hey, chivalry's not dead. You know.
What about you, Tony? You must be looking up tuna vaginas.
No, I'm trying to look up what, West Virginia means, since we know Virginia is like virgin, so.
I thought he was looking up better players for his fantasy team.
West of Virginia, dude. That's what it means, dumbass.
It's or you know how they call West Coast left coast? It would be left Virginia. So it's the one that nobody wants.
That's correct. It's left over.
What's left over?
Fuck. Thank God there's not like a fucking beat ass vagina.
A what?
That's one of them fucking roast beef sandwiches, dude.
Yeah, you know.
That's California.
People struggle with a lot of stuff. If they gave me a coochie and said, "We're going to check on you after a week and see how good it is," I would not have a good one.
You would not? Would you?
I don't think so.
Would you get it used and abused?
I don't know. I just think that like they're probably hard to maintain, and half the time you might not even know what's going on. I mean, I don't know if my dick smells. Let me see. Nope, I can't tell.
He didn't break his ribs yet.
No.
So
if
you've ever listened to the Howard Stern show,
mm-hmm.
Robin on the Howard Stern show has openly admitted to fingering herself and smelling it before an interaction to make sure she was good.
That's smart.
So
it's a way to tell if you're fresh.
You're telling me you don't stick your hand down your pants and grab a handful of it and then take a whiff?
That would be a good practice. Yeah, why not? You know? You gotta go down. You don't go like this. You don't go, "Hold on a second, lady. Okay, let's go." You kind of have to do it as like part of it, like turning her on, and then you have to like come back and be like around her head and be like, "Whoa."
I think I would probably do it before we're in bed, somewhere conspicuous, and then if I had an issue, you would go. If you had an issue, you would go to the bathroom, and while you're in there, find a fucking washcloth and soap.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I gotta take a shower. I'll be right back.
You don't need a whole fucking shower to clean your dick, like. But so like but
I do. I do. Room.
But so Justin says vaginas are hard to maintain. So let's ask the question. We're gonna go around the horn and ask the question. We're gonna start with Tony, since his woman is sitting right next to him
with strawberries.
With strawberries and a knife.
And a knife.
Tony, what's your perfect vagina? I'll do a play-by-play. He's making faces.
Yeah, define. What are you meaning perfect here?
What's your perfect vagina? As far as look, and like, are you liking the roast beef lips?
I don't think anybody does. But
shape, like, grab a handful, grab her by the pussy. What's that like?
The heart-shaped box.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like shaving, stuff like that. You can't have like the big roast beef, where you smack it and it looks like it's talking to you, So keep anything like that, but
Are you like in a big button type of guy, like where you have to go and like actually play with like a small penis?
No, you don't need, a huge button there, you don't want to get too scared that, you're like, what the hell is this thing, Ah! Yeah. Smack it to get it to work.
I see Justin sitting back, almost, trying to get into the corner so he doesn't get asked this question. So we'll ask Dustin. Dustin, perfect vagina.
As long as it works and I'm happy, I don't care.
As long as it works. So, like,
well, no, I don't think I've really actually had a bad vagina that I've actually
what does working
crossed.
mean? It just has to open? Like what?
It opens up, lets me in. Let's have some fun. Make her happy, whatever.
I mean, you could be a horse, okay?
Hey, I said before I would take one for the team, and it would be Amazon Girl. So,
but if that thing was beaten up by 6 horses at once, and you were a horse, and you put it in there, and you're like, man, I can't even feel the walls.
I didn't do my job right.
No. I mean, it's not your fault it's a hot dog in a hallway.
You gave me your best shot, though. Hey, it's all that matters.
I got to contact Ron Jeremy on that one.
Yeah, exactly. It's Ron Jeremy's fault.
Honestly, I never really came across one that I didn't like. I mean, they're
It's like pizza.
Yeah, it's like pizza.
So you say it's like pizza. So you're like, I like pizza. I like pussy. So are you an ass man, a tit man, or just a flat out pussy man? So you like all pussy?
In my honest opinion, when it comes down to like looks on girls, it's more what's inside, like they're how they are as a person than anything.
Fucking
That's what
stop
turns
being
me on more of the
Justin.
woman. I am being me. That's how I am. I mean, do I like a nice butt? Yeah. Nice set of boobs? Yeah. But
You don't know a girl whatsoever, and when you want to go talk to her or whatever, you don't know her insides.
no, like how she is as a person.
But
I don't care what's going on down there.
But if you don't know her at all as a person, what makes you go up and talk to her?
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, Anne's got a point there. Like, are you like va 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 boom titties, or or did she talk to you first?
Just random conversation. She probably talks to me first. I've never been one to initiate the conversation.
Well, there you go. Yep. Probably people come on to him, and I would say much in the same way. That'd be my
I've been married for a long time. I don't know this game anymore.
But
all right,
yeah, I would think he said butt and a boob. He like butts and boobs. I don't really think.
I mean, what guy doesn't?
I don't think. I mean, although you could call somebody a pussy hound, I don't think it's like particularly the vaginas that dudes like.
Most people are either tit guys or ass guys, right?
Right.
Right.
But I think because of that, we'll put up with the vagina because it's like what I said, where it's like I can't fucking maintain one of those things, like, and it's one of the worst things you could tell somebody if it's not on point. I would think there would be no easy way to do it. I've been in that situation and I've said nothing every time. And repeat customers haven't proven me wrong every time. So I think the vagina is kind of just one of those weird things where
So you don't have a perfect vagina, Justin?
No, I mean I have perfect set of boobs, perfect butt, I guess.
This could be a thing that our women listeners could email us about at backtalkus@gmail.com. What's the woman's perfect or word, penis stuff?
Yeah.
You
Or what
know?
do they aim for to possibly
Yeah.
set up the bevy of a perfect vagina for a would be
Yeah, that
gentleman
too,
caller? You know.
But I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, we're all sitting there as guys going to meet up with girls and stuff like that back, when we are younger or whatever, or Justin nowadays, whatever. And, we're not thinking about what the vagina is looking like right at that point.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But then we get older, and like as you get older and you're into the dating scene, where it's more common to get naked, not in your not in your early high school days, but as you get a little older, you start judging that thing because
Well, you
see
do.
more and more of it, right?
But like with me, I mean, I've been with my wife for 25 years.
Wow.
No, not 25, almost 20 years. Right after
Lots
she
of
got out of
love.
high school. So, I mean, 15, whatever years. So it's like,
So
I don't even know if I
you didn't
actually
have
remember the day.
You didn't have the wild sowing of the oats.
Oh, I did when I was younger. But as I
did
got,
enough for all
I mean,
four of
we've been
us.
together forever. I mean,
I mean,
so, I never actually remembered being like, hey, what's that vagina think about,
I can rank the vaginas from the church outings. Like, come on.
You can rank them, yeah. I mean, I can rank the vaginas I've had too, but
not
they were
just,
younger at that point. I
but
don't want to think about what some of them are nowadays,
They
but
wouldn't have any names. It would be like Myrtle Beach 1, Myrtle Beach 2, fucking Marlton. Where else do we go? Bordentown. Like, yeah. They would have no names attached because I don't think I remember
West
half
Virginia.
their names. West Virginia. Mountain
AKA
Mama.
sister. AKA cousin.
So are you a tit or an ass guy, Justin?
I definitely notice chests on women. Yeah. I would say if I had to pick one and make it a short answer.
So are you like a medium, a big, a really perky? What's the perfect tit?
Let me give you an actress maybe that has bared them. I don't know. I mean, definitely not surfboard. Like.
not
like
flat.
But definitely not
You
like
don't want to be
Pamela
rubbing
Anderson.
the wall.
Well, definitely not Pamela Anderson. Like when you see them, it's like they're like two fucking like, things on her chest that like were put there by a doctor. Like definitely not something like that either.
Have to be real.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
I'm saying a real nice C for me would be real nice C, and just
Little handful.
upright, right? Like upright, and they're looking at you.
Yeah, and I have big hands, so naturally C would be good too.
Looking at you would be the thing.
Listen, ladies, though, don't feel bad because if you feel like your boobs are too small, just remind guys if they are. Just push them together and make one big one.
I don't know. I don't know that there's a whole lot of girls or women out there anymore, unless they are really actively working out a lot, that are, become women that are really small-breasted. The only ones I ever see are the ones that are really, really fucking fit.
Yeah,
then they have nice
they
asses.
work out, they run a lot.
And then sometimes they work out so much they have no ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they know anything. They're like
They're just a
almost like
stick
There's
figure.
your surfboard.
Yeah.
like the gymnasts. The gymnasts, like the Olympiads, are like 14-year-old boys almost.
I would say I'm an ass dude. Like if I see a girl and she's got a nice pair of pants on and it really accentuates the ass.
I like the pants.
Yeah.
I like your pants. It looks good in your ass.
Yeah. I like
Where'd
your
you get those
pants. I like your pants.
Where'd you
If
get them
take them
pants?
off, I'll try them on.
Like the pants on the floor. Classic.
Tony, tit or ass?
Tits.
You're a tit boy?
Tits up, he says.
So what's
Tits up.
what's the perfect tit?
I like them
One he's
big.
allowed to
D,
touch.
D to double D, you know?
Eating a double D?
D to double D.
That's as big as your fucking head.
Hey, I know.
Do you like getting smacked in the face with those double Ds?
Damn right. You got a little bit safe, rough sex.
Rougher the better.
Oh, good lord. Good lord.
He's planning on buying a motorboat later.
There you go.
So, but there's a good question too for the ladies that are listening. They can email us at backtalkus@gmail.com. When you're going out, what do you accentuate? Or if you're going out looking to maybe meet somebody or whatever, or just to look good. Maybe you're not out to meet anybody, but maybe you just want to go out and look good. What are you accentuating? Are you accentuating the chest area?
The positive.
Or are you wearing the pants that make your ass look good?
And if you have both, do you at least level the playing field and pick one?
Right. And if you wouldn't mind attaching a photo to your email,
That Andy will see.
we don't mind that either. That's good stuff when you send me a photo. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap us up just about for tonight. Good show, but we got. I think I got one last thing to say to a couple people out there that are going to duck us. I'll hold mine off to the end, but I'm going to pass it off to Dustin for final words, and if he wants to say anything to anybody out there that may duck him.
Good show, everybody. It's been a good time. It's always fun with these guys, these idiots, as Andy calls us. I guess we're all idiots, but him. But no,
right.
Logan, if you want to do this, let's do this. I'm in. Let's lay the smack it down on each other, and let's have some fun for the audience out there. But no, everybody have a good week. Support your local towns, businesses, like I always say, and your local tracks. Everybody could use it. Check out IMCA TV for all your racing wants and needs out there. Other than that, have a safe week. See you guys next week.
So I'm so fucking glad you're not the promoter of this fight.
Oh, I suck at promoting.
I mean, you gotta lay a fucking promo down on his ass.
I don't lay no promos. I ain't no wrestler. I ain't no nothing. I'm me.
Who's gonna want to see you whoop his ass?
Me?
I still do.
How are you gonna bring in the big dollars on
You
it?
don't need to. I don't need to. I'll get famous just beating him down.
Just gonna whoop his ass?
Walk away.
Just gonna
look
whoop
at
his
Conor
ass and
McGregor,
walk
right?
away.
Mm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Tony, we're gonna give you
Yep.
some last words to see if you got anything to say about the two men we're about to fight.
I mean, there's really nothing to say. You guys are gonna, do what you need to do, put them down, and take care of business. So, you can bring back that money for us, so we can all go to Vegas and have a nice little show and a party. And I can win a lot of money because I'm gonna get Andy really, really drunk, and he points out machines for me. And then he doesn't remember anything, so I just keep all the money. Yes, for me.
You buy skeletons with it.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Speaking of skeleton boy,
Let's do that.
Except he hasn't told you the story about how I'm the only one when we have gone. Well, he shows the cock first, of course. Yeah.
It's not dark enough where I'd like for you.
I'm the only one who has
Oh, yeah,
ever.
fucking mansion across the street. Do you live across the street from the McAllisters? That's like the Home Alone house you live across the
Tony,
street.
how many hand pays have you had in Vegas?
0.
How many hand pays have I had in Vegas?
One that I know of.
And so everybody knows, if you haven't had a hand pay, what a hand pay is you hit the fucking machine for enough money, but they won't give it to you in a voucher so you can go cash it out. They come to you and hand you the fucking money.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were going with hand pay in Vegas as you were at a strip club and got a hand pay.
Yeah, well, Tony might have got one of those.
We have never done that while we're there, so.
Never been to a strip club in Vegas.
Me either. I've never been to a strip club in the times I've been to Vegas.
Me neither.
Well, we'll all have our first when we're out there with Justin. How about that?
Yeah. So Tony, any other words or death threats for anybody?
No, you handle all the threads. I seen that, so you're pretty good on that part. It's been fun. It's another week. You guys just keep tuning in, see what else we got coming on, and yeah, always been a good time hanging out with you guys. So,
Justin, I know you got some shit to talk.
Oh my
I know
fucking
you've got
god!
it in you. I know you these other two guys that are just gonna lay back. Dustin's playing it cool and calm until he gets punched in the mouth.
Not happening.
And we'll have to see what happens there. But Dustin, Justin, you got any last words? And maybe some words of encouragement to get these pussies to not duck us?
Last words, huh? No. But maybe those two fucking Paul brothers have some last words. They better, because fucking Andy's gonna fucking mop the floor with him. And guess what Dustin's gonna do? He's gonna dust the floor with the other motherfucker. You're gonna want to go back to that fucking place where they all murder themselves in Japan. You're gonna want to do it now because they're gonna fucking kill you. I hate you fucking Paul brothers. Kiss my fucking dick, lick my taint, and prepare to get your fucking asses kicked by Andy and motherfucking Dustin. Yeah!
Damn! That came out of fucking left field.
So maybe Justin needs to be the fighter and I'll be the ticket guy.
I don't want to fight. I can't back any of that. They can lick my taint if they want, because they've done worse on YouTube.
Oh my god, that was out of fucking nowhere. Justin got violent, like sexually violent with us right there. I liked it. Anything else you got for us, Justin?
No, it's always a pleasure with you guys. I was just playing. I don't.
No,
want,
you fucking weren't.
I don't want Dustin and Andy to murder the Paul brothers. I want to.
don't.
Oh.
Just kidding. Jesus Christ, if anything happens to them, we have to delete this, because we're just going to be, like, guilty. Like, look, intent. No, I fucking hate them. They suck. Go away.
But it would be you.
Yeah.
They would just come after you.
Yeah, well, no. Andy, you told me to say that.
Well, we could easily do the podcast from jail visiting you.
That would actually be pretty good. I'd rather do a podcast from jail than a strip club.
Well, there you go. Those are some excellent last words. I'd rather do a podcast from jail than a strip club.
Yeah.
I'm not
and
sure
then
what he would like there. Maybe we could put him in a cell with Bubba during the podcast.
Well, no. 1 week we'd be at the jail because I'd be in there for what I just said about the Paul brothers. They ended up dead after this. And then the next week, or 2 weeks later, you'd be in the jail next to me. And they'd be like, what happened to Andy? How did he get in jail? I'd be like, well, last week we did a strip club episode. Andy, what kind of trouble did you get into?
So it's Jake and who?
Logan.
Wow.
See, that's how much I fucking know him, because they...
I thought his name was Anal Fissure. Sorry, I was going to say that.
Ow.
That's right, it's Logan. Sorry.
Well... Jake! Logan Paul! Don't fucking duck us. Don't be pussies. You know why? Because there's going to be tens of thousands of people that see this shit or hear this shit that are going to know that you're fucking ducking us. You're a bunch of fucking dirtbag pussies who won't get in the ring with two fucking podcasters who haven't had a fight ever in their lives. Are you that much of fucking pussies, or are you going to come bring it? Don't be a fucking pussy. Bring that shit. For everybody else out there, we thank you for tuning in. Until next week, Tits up.
Boobs.